Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. And this evening on page 196 of the Bhagavad Gita, we are going to begin our discussion of chapter 12. And the clarity of pure devotion said, those devotees who are united in worship of you, and also those who regard the imperishable unmanifest, of these, which union is most excellent? So somebody looks at you and says, I worship you, your form, and others worship the supreme unmanifest. And the respected supreme divinity said, those whose minds have me with certainty, who are always united with me, who worship me with supreme faith, I regard as having attained to excellent union. But some worship the imperishable, not confined to space, unmanifest, omnipresent, unthinkable, unchanging, immovable, eternal, equally controlling all the senses, with equal intelligence everywhere. They rejoice in the welfare of all beings and obtain me. The effort of those whose consciousness strives to recognize the unmanifest is greater, for it is difficult for those with bodies to reach the goal of the unmanifest. If you've got a body, you're manifest. How can the manifest reach the unmanifest? With great difficulty. It is easier for the manifest to reach to the manifest, and then rely on the unmanifest to manifest itself. But those who are fixed in union and meditate upon me as the Supreme with unswerving mind, and regarding me renounce all attachment to all actions, they worship me. For those whose consciousness is fixed upon me, soon I become the savior from attachments and to the ocean of objects and relationships of the mortal world. Well, here we are in this mortal world, a part of the sansar, and the sara is the ocean and the san is the all. And what it means is every object has a relationship to every other object. That's sansar, the world of objects and relationships. Every object, every form has a name, nam and rup. And every name has a meaning in somebody's mind, whether it be the person sitting next to you or the person on the other side of the earth. You have a relationship to them. And they call you something. They conceive your form and attach a name to it. You should hear all the names they've attached to my form. You'd really have quite a glossary. For those whose consciousness is fixed upon me, soon I become the savior from the attachments to the ocean of objects and relationships. I've got an attachment. As soon as there's a name, there's a proximity. You're close to me. I define you as different from that person over there who's far away from me. Now there's attachment. You're closer. That one's farther away. There's something special about our relationship that doesn't apply to that relationship. Or to the person right now in India, or the person in China, or the person in Indonesia. I have a relationship to them, certainly, but I'm not aware of it. I'm not attached to it at all. I don't even know their name. I would call them Homo sapien. They are human beings, but I have very, very little attachment. Whereas the person who's sitting in close proximity to me, I have greater attachment to. So If you fix your mind on me, fix your mind only on me, let your intellect reside only in me, and you will dwell only in me without a doubt. Nashamishaya. If you are unable to maintain the absorption of your consciousness in me, then wish to reach me by the practice of union, conqueror of wealth, Arjuna. Do some yoga. Something. Do karma yoga, do bhakti yoga, do dhyana yoga, do jnana yoga, do something. Do some activity in order to reach me. Serve me, work for me, try to love me. If you are incapable of practice, then do actions for me. By performing actions for me, you will attain perfection. So first we have, fix your mind on me. Submerge your consciousness and your awareness in me. Then we say, if you can't do that, then practice coming into union. Do something for yoga. And if you're unable to do practice, then perform actions for me. Do a karma. If you are not able to do this, then take refuge in union with me, control your own self, and renounce the fruits of all actions. So if you can't serve me and you can't do things for me, then control yourself, practice self-control, and renounce the fruits of the actions that you do. You perform certain actions for yourself, and now you bequeath those to your community, to your family, to your guru, to your God, to your community. Indeed, better than practice is wisdom. Better than wisdom is meditation. And renunciation of the fruit of action excels even meditation. For from renunciation comes immediate peace. Without enmity among all existence, friendly, compassionate, without attachment or egotism. Who put me on a diet anyway? Without egotism and attachment, the same in pain or pleasure, patient, the being of union is always satisfied, has controlled his or her own self, has firm confidence. Such a one is my devotee and is beloved by me. They are devoted to me and I'm in love with them. Two-way street. They are devoted to me and their devotion inspires my love for them. From whom the world experiences no enmity, no anahimsa. No himsa. Who experiences no enmity from the world? Everyone's my friend, Vishwamitra. Who is liberated from joy, envy, fear, and anxiety? Such a one is beloved by me. Who is free from expectations, pure, efficient, the servant of circumstances, untroubled, who has renounced all undertakings, such a one is my devotee and is beloved by me. Who has neither attraction nor repulsion. Repulsion is anti-attraction, attraction. So who has neither attraction nor repulsion, neither a desire for nor a desire against, neither joy nor sorrow, who has renounced both purity and impurity, apavitra pavitrava, sarva bastangato viva. Such a one is my devotee and is beloved by me. I like a lot of people. Who remains the same to foe and friend, in honor and disgrace, in cold and hot, pleasure and pain, who is free from attachment, to whom blame or praise are equal, who is silent and satisfied with everything. whose home is everywhere, whose mind is steady, who is full of devotion to me, that man or woman is beloved by me. Indeed, they who observe this immortal ideal of perfection with full faith, as has been declared regarding me as supreme, those devotees are extremely beloved by me. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Iti Dwadashadhyaya. Namaste. Small and yet powerful. Very, very powerful, because it tells, how do you get the love of God? It tells you how you can love God, but it also says, how do we earn the love of God? How do we get that blessing from Sri Ma? When we come to her and say, can I have the blessing? And she's going to say, you got to earn it. How do we earn it? This tells us how to earn it. Be free from expectations, pure, efficient, the servant of circumstances, untroubled, renouncing all undertakings, renouncing all attachments to the fruits of our karma, who has neither attraction nor repulsion, nor desire nor anti-desire desire, nor joy nor sorrow, who's always the same and mellow and having a good time with life. That's how you earn it. That's how we get the blessing. Who remains the same to foe and friend, in honor or disgrace, in cold or in hot, in pleasure or in pain, who is free from attachment, to whom blame or praise is equally useless, who is silent and satisfied with everything, who is full of devotion to me. That's how we get her blessing.
I mean, that means indifference, no?
That's one component. One part is indifference, uchatma. The other parts are samyamavasta, equilibrium. We have indifference, uchatma, but even along with the indifference, we need the samyamavasta. What does your praise mean to me, and what does your blame mean to me? What is the fruit of my karma? What am I looking to achieve? If I get to do a good job and I feel good about the job I've done, if I'm focused and I'm in love, and I'm in love with the karma that I do and the people for whom I do it, I stay the same, mellow, in pleasure or pain. Such a one is beloved by me. That is the devotion to Krishna.
To be hard.
Be hard? No. You get up every morning and you start cooking for so many people, and you don't even think, I'm cooking for them, will they like this or not? I'm cooking for Shiva, of course Shiva will like it. And then you pack up all these dishes and you give to so many people. Every day I see you do this. I've been watching you 35 years or more, and you keep doing it. It's not like you're going to stop tomorrow, even if I asked you to. But you just get up and start cooking for Shiva. And I say, why are you cooking for all these devotees? And you say, I'm not. I'm cooking for Shiva. And what if they don't like your food? How can they not like Shiva's prasad? It's not an issue. It's not a question. You just do according to your nature, because that's your nature. And if I ask you to stop acting according to your nature, it's not going to happen, Swami. Better you accept and find a way to empower so that you can complete your work, and I can find a way that I can help you to complete your work with greater efficiency. True. It's true. I'm not going to stop you from going to pick out the vegetables yourself. You want to get the very best ingredients for everything you cook for Shiva, knowing fully well that your children are going to be the ones eating the prasad after Shiva's done. You are making a consecrated offering. Even you will get tired in making your offering, but you never complain.
That's true.
I know that's true. You have no complaint. You get tired and you do want to sit down or lay down after you've been cooking for 2 or 3, 4 hours from early morning before the puja starts. She starts the prasad. The first step of every puja is preparation. The second step is purification. The third step is invitation. The fourth step is yoga, union. And the fifth step is offering. These 5 steps make a puja. She gets up in the morning and prepares. And she purifies and she invites all the ingredients to come into her pots and pans. And she stirs them together with the right amount of spice. How much spice did you put? As much as it needs. Try to write a cookbook like that. I mean, that's our mother. She is in puja 24/7. No matter what she is doing, she is in puja. She performs the actions which give birth to merit. Pu means punya, ja means jata. Jata means give birth. Punya is the highest merit, and the privilege to be in the presence of God, to serve God, to be with God is, oh God, that's the best. That's the punya. And that's what she does every day when she cooks for 20 people, even though there are only 2 of us there. And I look around the room and say, well, who's going to eat all this prasad? Don't worry. If you build it, they will come.
Praveen, Pushpa.
Yes, Praveen and Pushpa. And I can go right down the list. All the devotees. And Manohar and Ashish and Upendra. And there's a long list of children that you feed regularly. So can we adopt those attitudes into our own lives? Can we inculcate that teaching, that example into our own lives? This is the challenge for us. Can we become the servant of circumstances? The circumstances is, I've got an ashram full of kids. I can't make prasad just for Shiv. I've got to go down the list and see how many people need prasad. Can we have those attitudes, that bhavana, that ideal of perfection where we are constantly thinking, how do we serve as many as we can? What is the best gift we could give them? How do we make our contribution to life? Sri Ma's food doesn't just nurture your body. Sri Ma's food nurtures our souls. One bite and we know that we've eaten divine energy. And we're taking in this divine energy and sharing that divinity. And that's her contribution to this world. How she nurtures as Annapurna, as Shakambhari, as Durga, taking away all the difficulties, all the paucity, all the lack, all the areas in which we are missing. And she fills up the gaps. In our bodies, in our minds, in our souls. That's the tradition of the Devi Mandir, with efficiency. She doesn't waste effort. She doesn't waste ingredients. She doesn't waste time. She doesn't waste anything. Nothing goes to waste. Even she feeds the peacocks and the deer. Can we embody that type of efficiency in our actions, that type of devotion in our actions, that quality of nourishment of everybody in our sphere of influence, can we perform in a similar way? Then we are beloved by Krishna. That's the attitude which Krishna loves. Let's see if there are any questions.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The list of qualities and attitudes that you just gave, and
Yes.
that's how we earn grace.
Yes.
It also seems like all of those attitudes would be attainments, or they would all be blessings in and of themselves.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Reach for the highest blessing, and as you come closer and closer, you'll feel how blessed you are. Don't just sit and wait and say, okay, I'm going to wait until the blessing comes to me. Prepare ye the way of the Lord. Go towards the blessing. Try to inculcate that attitude in everything that we do, and we will be blessed. And if we demonstrate that attitude in a few things that we do, we'll be a little bit blessed. And if we see that the blessing is really nice to have, then we'll do it in more things that we do. We'll be even more blessed until we are beloved by Krishna and beloved by Srima. Don't wait until it's completely like the lightning bolt is going to come from heaven and strike poor little unworthy me. That's not going to happen. It's what we do is what we're going to get. The attitude with which we do it, the attentiveness with which we do it, the love with which we offer it, the focus with which we present it, the mantras, the yantras, the tantra, all of it together. That's what makes us beloved to Krishna or to Srima. Yes, please.
Can you talk about what it means to renounce both purity and impurity, and how this would manifest in the life of a devotee?
Yes. There are certain things which are regarded as impure. For example, bodily waste. Now, here we are as sadhus and we have to clean up. So the impure and the pure are both manifestations of divinity. And I'm not just going to run away from the impure and say, okay, that's your job. And I'm not going to deal with the poop and the changing of diapers and the cleaning of all the taking out the garbage and taking out the refuse and taking out the impurities.
That is impurity.
All of your anger, passion, all your attachment and ignorance, jealousy, that's the impurity as well. So we're going to discriminate as to which of the pure and which of the impure and how much of each we embody. And how do we get rid of the impurity and go beyond the pure? These, if you fill your mind, Yesmare Pundari Kaksham, who remembers the lotus-eyed Vishnu, Krishna, Rishikesha, Vasudeva, Janardana, who remembers Srima, they go beyond purity and impurity. Suchi asuchi loye, Divyagar kokon shobe, Pirita hoy.
That's all.
Okay, that's enough. That just said the entire thing that we needed to say. Oh, purity and impurity are the two wives of consciousness. How do you make how do you get to see the consciousness? When the two wives will embrace each other. Then you'll get the darshan of Shamama. You get Kali's darshan. When purity and impurity. Now, how do you get two wives in the same household to love each other? That's a tough job. That's a big task to put on people. Well, when the two wives will love each other and hug each other, then you get the darshan of Shyamama. She is beyond purity and beyond impurity. So long as only one wife is hugging, then you don't have harmony in the household.
Purity is hugging with unconditional love.
Yes. Yes, Mother. That is absolutely true. Please.
We have a question from last night from Julia.
Namaste, Julia Ma.
Swamiji, since you two are Arjuna and pure devotion, do you see Ma in her supreme form most of the time, or do you see her in that way just when you are in samadhi?
Oh, I know she is the Vishwarup. I know that without a doubt, but I see her as my mom in the kitchen. Mostly. And every now and then she gives me permission to withdraw my senses and move into that clarity of pure devotion where I only see her as the universal soul. And that also is a great privilege. But when I look at her manifestations, I see her prevalent in manifest existence. And when I withdraw my senses from the manifest, I see her as the infinity, the infinite beyond conception. Yes, please.
How do we distinguish between indifference and being lukewarm?
Oh, I think it's very, very clear. Now, if you look at my behavior, I'm not quite lukewarm. In fact, I'm kind of a passionate guy. I'm passionate about my indifference. I'm passionate about almost everything I do. I do it passionately. Now there's a difference between being lukewarm and I don't give a care, and not being attached. Because you can be unattached with passion. And that's what makes a sadhu. That is the efficiency. You're unattached with passion. You're passionately unattached. Don't you love God and Guru and Sanskrit and Scripture and the worship and singing and everything you do for God with passion? You love it passionately because it makes you unattached. And it's different from all the selfishness that I exhibit in all my own personal behaviors. I'm doing this for me so that I get the fruit of my karma and I want to get the best result I possibly can for myself. So now, we will love passionately without attachment. You understand the difference? Good. Let's see if there are other questions.
We have a question from Ramya.
Hi Rami, Mami, Namaste.
Is the bhakti Sri Krishna is talking about sattvic devotion, or is it higher than that?
We're going to get to Para Bhakti later. Right now we're talking about sattvic bhakti. You're absolutely right. Remember in our discussions of the Devi Gita, we discussed the 4 kinds of devotion. There was tamasic devotion, which I am devoted to you because you're going to slay my enemies. And there's rajasic devotion, where I am devoted to you because you're going to fulfill my desire. And then there's sattvic devotion, which is I am devoted to you because you're going to purify me and increase my devotion. And then in the Devi Gita we spoke of parabhakti, the 4th kind of devotion. I am devoted to you. I don't need a reason to be devoted to you. I'm just devoted to you. I don't need to get something from you, or you don't have to do anything for me in order to get my devotion. I just am in love, and I'm privileged to give my love to you. And that's Parabhakti. Rami Mami, ultimately, by being devoted to Krishna or Shrima or Devi or God or whatever we are calling her, we're going to purify ourselves until I don't need to be purified by you. Why would I pray to you? I'm going to give you my devotion in exchange for purification. I'm not impure. I don't need it. I just want to give you my love. I just want to give you my devotion. I have nothing to gain from this transaction. This is non-transactional exchange. I'm not giving in exchange for something. I just want to give to you. Just
Love.
wow, you've got the word, Mom. Just love.
Love.
Absolutely. So this kind of bhakti is going to grow and grow and grow. It's sattwic, and it's going to grow and grow until it becomes nirguna. Beyond attributes, beyond description, beyond conception, it's going to become parabhakti. Thank you, Rami.
A question from Ambika.
Namaste, Ambika.
Namaste, Maan Swamiji. If I want to set up my kitchen and my cooking style to be just like Sriman's, so the food I serve is prasad, how do I begin? Thank you.
Begin with mantra. And the first mantra you're going to want to do is clean, 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 clean. Now take everything out of that kitchen and clean, clean, clean. And then clean it all and put it back into an organization which is extremely efficient.
Swamiji, when I turn on fire in the morning, first thing I do mantra, Cham Devi Atharvashisham Tamam Varnata Parsi Jalam Kipuri Chana Karna Parsi Jaspam Turyanta Papanam.
So mother turns on her stove with the mantra of Agni Prajwalita. Twam Agni Prajwalitam. It's from the Devi Atharvashisham.
Devi's Durga Agni mantra.
Right.
I do first that one. After that, I pray to fire, please purify everything.
She prays to the fire to purify all the food.
Yeah, that way I start in the morning.
Do you take a shower before you go to the kitchen?
Oh, yeah.
Do you do meditation and japa before you go to the shower? Before you go to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Do you do puja before you go to the kitchen?
Yeah, puja.
Okay, so first thing is to put the worshiper into a state of puja. Then put the bhavana of the puja into the kitchen, and then you start the chula, the fire in the stove with the mantra, and then you, when do you make your plan? What you're going to cook, how you're going to cook it?
There's the plan.
No plan.
No, just to turn on fire and pray to fire.
And pray to the fire, and what happens in the fire?
When I cook, you purify everything.
And how do you know what you're going to put in the pot?
What that means?
Well, you look in your refrigerator, and you've got potatoes, and you've got eggplants, and you've got bindi, and you've got so many different sags, and so many different
Every day I have a different food.
Okay, and how do you plan that?
How do you plan that?
Yes.
I know today I'm cooking that kamisha with eggplant.
I'm sure glad you did. So she makes a menu plan according to the astrology and according to the events and according to the days of the week and according to the deities. And on our website we have what offerings we make every day of the week. And we have what offerings we make every titi of the month, and we have a list of what offerings we make every month. So every day of every month of every poksh has a special offering. And consulting all of this and looking at the food. Today I'm going to cook for Shiva. Do you ever cook for Santoshi Ma on Fridays?
Pudding.
Yeah, and you don't give anything sour.
No.
And you also give chana.
Yeah.
And you also give, there is a special menu. Please look at our cookbook. On our line, on our new website, we have a cooking section, and it's got the name of the day, and the name of the tithi, and the name of the month. Those are special offerings that go into all the prasad for that day. And then there is a special event so that Santoshi doesn't eat sour, Shiva loves urad dal, Ma loves kalmi shag, Swami does too. There are so many different treats that the gods and goddesses get every day of the astrological calendar, and that's why we study astrology, so that we get the right ingredients for the right deity at the right time, presented in the right manner. And then, after all that is done, and you've planned your meal, you've done your puja, you light the fire, you put the ingredients in the pot, and then you start reciting mantra. And everything is cooked by mantra. And after it's cooked, before you even remove it from the stove top, she puts flowers on the pot, and she says the mantra to offer it, and she has pictures of the deities above the stove, and she offers it to the deities, and then she will remove the pot from the stove and put it on a pot holder to the side and put the next pot there. Ambika, there's a great process. I mean, it's all puja. So these are ways. I mean, we've got the recipes, we've got the ingredients, we've got the days and the tithis and the months and the pakshas, and all of that information is there. Plus we have, if you click on any event, it will tell you the special prasad for that event. If you click on any deity, it will tell you the special prasad that deity loves. For example, Saraswati loves the pita, which is the almond joy wrapped in a pancake. And there's
but that is puja paddhati. But everybody's life, every day has different food.
Every day you have different food?
That puja paddhati you have to use all the time.
You could, if you want to do it like Ma does it.
Puja, every day has different food.
Right.
Also, like today cauliflower, potatoes,
how about
cabbage?
Cabbage.
They different vegetable. Meat, which day they will eat meat, which day they will fish. That has rule also. I
don't know those rules.
People eat every day meat. They don't know which day they have to eat, but they eat every day.
Oh, they're only allowed to eat meat on certain days?
Yeah, meat and fish.
And fish?
Yeah, and even kind of dal, which they will eat. That way. So this rule they don't know.
Will you teach them?
They have to cook only with mantra, whatever they cook.
Okay, but will you be able to teach us which day we can eat which things?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, well then that'll be another article that we'll have to put on our website as we develop our cooking section. What foods we prepare on what days, and what foods are prohibited on other days.
Okay.
Is that okay? Wonderful. I'm looking forward to that.
So you don't eat that kind of food.
You mean it's always prohibited to me? What do I need with that kind of website? If it's always prohibited to me, then what do I need to study when to eat meat and when not to? It's true. You can. We'll figure that out. Other questions, please.
Question from Nanda.
Namaste, Nandama.
Pranam Swamiji. If I am passionate about a goal, then I am attached to the result. It seems I am detached only when I am lukewarm about the goal. Please help me understand how you are passionate about your goal and detached.
Boo! You're not allowed to be attached to the fruit of your goal. You're attached to doing the very best job you can to demonstrate the sincerity of your love. And that means you're going to focus your attention and your efficiency in the accomplishment of that goal, knowing that goal is for Ma. That's all. That just very simple. I'm not lukewarm about it. I'm passionate about it. And I want to do the best job I can. And I want to do it as quickly and expeditiously and efficiently and lovingly as possible. And then I'm gone. It's done. It's over. I don't have to think about it anymore. I will deliver my deliverables. I'm going to move on to the next goal of my life until Mother makes me quite goalless. I wonder if that's called a goalie. Someone who just hangs out at the goal. Please.
A question from Priyanka.
Namaste, Priyanka, Ma.
Can you please help us understand again how to perform nishkama karma?
Nishkam karma means that I have no selfish attachment.
Exactly.
You take away the selfish attachment. You love the people in your life not because of what they do for you, but just because they're the people in your life. That's why they're there. That's why you want to serve them to the best of your capacity, just because you're in love. Not because they're going to do their part and you're going to do your part. We're going to trade and exchange and make a transaction of everything we do. How much did you do today and how much did you do today? I'm keeping an account so that I make sure I don't give too much. You can't give too much in a relationship. If you're in love, you can't give too much. There's no way. So I keep accounts. And if you can't keep accounts, then that's nishkam. You don't have any desire there. All you desire is to be in love. Everything I do is to express my love. So now, I get to be a lover. I'm not sitting around waiting to be the beloved. Oh, poor me, when will someone come and love me? That won't be my contemplation. My contemplation will be, I am the lover. I'm not looking for the best partner. I'm looking to become the best partner. I'm not worried about what she's giving and what I'm giving and who's giving more and who's giving less. And I just want to be the best I can possibly become. And maybe she'll inspire me to become better. Now that's a love affair. That is nishkam. My only desire is how do I demonstrate the best, the highest and the best. I want to be in love all the time, only because it's fun. Not for any other thing in the world. I'm going to be in this body for 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years. Now, do I want to sit around waiting to become the beloved? Say, poor me, no one loves me, what shall I do? Or can I just get up and become the lover? And I'm going to spend 80, 90, 100 years as a lover, and I'm going to have a damn good time, and that'll be my life. I'm going to have a ball, because it's fun to be the lover. It's no fun to be... When is somebody going to ask me to dance? Why should I wait? I went to the dance. I should get up and dance. What do I need to wait for a partner to come and ask me to dance? So, Priyanka, nishkam karma, it means I'm free from desire in this action. It means I just want to use this action as part of the love affair, which allows me the privilege to demonstrate my love. My love for everybody around me. Not that I'm giving in exchange for. I just want to give.
That's main thing.
That's main thing. Thank you, Mom. Yes, please.
Verse 3 says, but some worship the imperishable, not confined to space, unmanifest. How do you worship on the unmanifest?
Close your eyes. And picture the infinite expanse of infinite space. And every time you want